Here's a more detailed and comprehensive comparison between 5G and 4G, highlighting their differences, benefits, and implications for various industries and end users. Overview of 4G versus 5G, 4G, fourth generation, and 5G, fifth generation, are both cellular network technologies, but they differ significantly in terms of speed, capacity, latency, architecture, and application potential. While 4G revolutionized mobile communications by providing faster mobile internet and enabling a range of new services like streaming and social media, 5G promises to take mobile networks to the next level, enabling more connected, efficient, and data-intensive technologies. 1. Speed 4. Maximum speed 4G, specifically LTE and LTE Advanced, offers speeds up to 1 gigabit per second, theoretical peak, for stationary users, and 100 megabits per second for mobile users under ideal conditions. Real-world experience. Typically, 4G users experience download speeds between 10 to 50 megabits per second, depending on location and network conditions. This is sufficient for most online activities like browsing, streaming, HD video, and using mobile apps. 5G. Maximum speed. 5G can reach speeds of 10 gigabits per second, which is 100 times faster than 4G. Real-world experience. In practice, users may see speeds in the 1 to 5 gigabits per second range, depending on the frequency band and network conditions. This provides near-instantaneous downloads and uploads of large files, smooth 4K, 8K video streaming, and enhanced experiences for AR/VR applications. Second latency. 4G latency. The average latency of a 4G network is around 30 to 50 milliseconds. While this is generally fine for everyday mobile applications, it can be noticeable in time-sensitive applications such as real-time gaming or remote surgeries. 5G latency. 5G is designed to dramatically reduce latency, with 1 millisecond or even less in ideal conditions. This low latency is critical for real-time applications, such as autonomous vehicles. Instantaneous communication between vehicles and infrastructure is essential for safety and decision-making. Remote surgery. Surgeons can perform medical procedures remotely with virtually no delay, enabling more precise and responsive interventions. Industrial automation. Real-time control of robots and machinery in manufacturing processes. Capacity and connectivity. 4G. Device density. 4G networks are designed to handle 100,000 devices per square kilometer. While this is sufficient for most urban environments, it can become a bottleneck in crowded areas or during large-scale events, leading to slower speeds or network congestion. Coverage. 4G uses larger cell towers to provide broad coverage, which works well for rural and suburban areas, but can struggle with congestion in high-density zones like stadiums or city centers. 5G device density. 5G can support up to 1 million devices per square kilometer, thanks to the use of small cells and more efficient spectrum management. This is particularly important for the Internet of Things, IoT, which involves connecting large numbers of smart devices, e.g., smart homes, connected cars, wearables. Coverage. 5G uses millimeter wave wave spectrum, which offers higher bandwidth but limited range. As a result, 5G requires more infrastructure, including small cells and densely packed base stations, to provide widespread coverage, especially in urban areas. Fourth network architecture. Fourth generation. Centralized network. Fourth generation networks are built around large centralized base stations and data centers. They rely on macro cell towers to cover large areas, with fewer, more powerful base stations handling wide geographic coverage. Limited flexibility. While 4G supports basic mobile internet and voice services, its architecture is not optimized for the new demands of smart cities, connected cars, or industrial IoT. 5G distributed. Network 5G uses a distributed architecture, with edge computing, dash processing data closer to the user dash, at the dash edge dash of dash the dash network. This reduces latency and makes the network more responsive and scalable. Network slicing. One of the key innovations of 5G is network slicing, which allows operators to create virtual networks tailored to specific use cases, e.g., healthcare, transportation, gaming. Each slice can be optimized for speed, latency, or reliability, allowing for more efficient and customized service delivery. Fifth, spectrum usage. 4. Sub-2 GHz bands. 4G primarily operates in lower frequency bands, typically below 2 GHz. These frequencies provide wide coverage and can travel long distances, but they have limited capacity and bandwidth. 5G. Sub-6 GHz and millimeter wave. 5G utilizes a wide range of frequencies, from sub-6 GHz, low and mid-band, to millimeter wave, 24 GHz and beyond bands. Sub-6 GHz offers a balance between coverage and speed, making it ideal for urban and suburban environments. Millimeter wave, 24 GHz and above, provides ultra-high speeds and bandwidth, but has limited range and is more susceptible to interference from obstacles like buildings and trees. To overcome this, 5G requires a dense network of small cells for coverage. 6. Energy efficiency. 4G efficiency. 4G networks are less energy efficient than 5G, with devices consuming more power for high-bandwidth applications like streaming or gaming. 5G advanced energy efficiency. 5G introduces massive MIMO technology, which increases the number of antennas and improves the efficiency of signal transmission. Battery life. Devices on 5G networks are expected to have better battery life due to the energy-efficient design of the technology, especially when idle or using lower band frequencies. 7. Applications. 4. G. Key uses. Mobile internet, web browsing, email, social media, and HD video streaming, e.g., YouTube, Netflix. Mobile apps. Growth of mobile-first applications like Uber, Instagram, and Facebook. Gaming. Online multiplayer gaming becomes popular, though latency and bandwidth limits of 4G can affect the experience for some users. Minus 5G, minus key uses, minus autonomous vehicles. Real-time communication between vehicles and infrastructure for safe and efficient driving. Smart cities. Connected sensors for traffic management, waste management, energy optimization, and public safety. Industrial IoT. Remote monitoring and automation in factories, logistics, and agriculture. Augmented and virtual reality, AR/VR. 5G enables immersive experiences with ultra-low latency and high data throughput, used for gaming, training simulations, or remote work. Remote healthcare, telemedicine, remote surgeries, and real-time health monitoring using connected medical devices. High-speed content streaming. 5G enables seamless 4K and 8K video streaming, even in crowded areas. 8. Global deployment. 4G. Widespread availability. 4G is globally available and widely adopted, providing the backbone for mobile internet access in nearly all regions. Minus 5G, minus early deployment. 5G is in its early stages of deployment, with coverage rolling out primarily in major cities and urban areas. Global rollout. Countries like South Korea, China, the US, and parts of Europe have begun extensive 5G rollouts, though global availability will take several more years, especially in rural and remote areas. Cost and infrastructure. 4G. Lower infrastructure costs. The cost of deploying and maintaining 4G infrastructure is relatively lower compared to 5G. Telecom providers have already established 4G networks, making it a mature and stable technology. 5G, high infrastructure costs. 5G deployment requires significant investment in new infrastructure, such as small cells, fiber optic networks, and new base stations. The initial cost of 5G deployment is high, and the return on investment will take time. 10th, security. 4G. Basic security features. 4G includes features like encryption and authentication to protect users and networks, but it is vulnerable to certain types of attacks, e.g., man-in-the-middle attacks, SIM card cloning. Minus 5G. Minus enhanced security. 5G introduces advanced encryption methods and secure key management, offering more robust protection for data and user privacy. It also implements network slicing to isolate critical infrastructure and sensitive data from other parts of the network, making it harder for attackers to compromise multiple services simultaneously. Conclusion 5. G offers a quantum leap forward in terms of speed, latency, capacity, and new capabilities. While 4G still supports a wide range of applications and remains the dominant technology in many parts of the world, 5G will unlock entirely new industries and transformative technologies, especially in the fields of autonomous systems, industrial automation, healthcare, and smart cities. However, the full potential of 5G will take time to deploy and may require significant infrastructure investments before its benefits are realized globally. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. Also, comment on the videos you did like to see in science and technology. Here at Comparison 11. Stay tuned. Peace.